All right, guys. So we had that dip, kind of like or late morning session, I should say. It was a little bit earlier than I expected. I was expecting us to go down a bit further. So I kind of got stuck in my, where is it? Right here, and I got stuck in my puts that I wanted to get out of around here around 12 o'clock. Happens sometimes. If I hadn't had a doctor's appointment in the morning, I probably would have been able to get out because I would have been distracted. But that's life. That's why you can't trade and do other things. It's like so ridiculous. But that means I got to hold on to him in the midst. This was obviously a bullish day. That was what was expected to see high at the end of the day here after a low midday. So it came in just a little bit earlier than I expected. I wanted it between 12 and 1. It came in just before 11 o'clock. But even so, with that said, then there's the high at the end of the day. The Queen of Discs is a revisiting of a support level with some sideways rotation and a sharp drop that stands out in that period of sideways rotation. You could probably do that. You could probably do that, Conrad. So we did end up having the high here on the 10th. And that's what was so tricky is like I was expecting this big drop, right? But then there was the high afterwards. So I wasn't expecting like this big whipsaw. And that's exactly, I mean, the cards are right. I was fighting what the cards were saying. It's like, what are you going to do? So there's a high there. And I think we opened notably lower on Monday morning with the big move to the upside on Monday morning. Matter of fact, this could actually be the Aeon card right here. So if for whatever reason we're wrong Monday morning and we open higher, I would get out as fast as I can. If we open higher and we don't see a drop like in the pre-market and we open higher, I would say wait for the drop in the first half hour and get out there. If we open lower, I would definitely get out as soon as I could because there's this notable like unexpected move to the upside. Sorry about that. That is correct. It means opportunity at the high. But most of these, this is really something else. I mean, most of these lows did not pan out as expected. All the highs are working out. The lows are coming in not as low as expected, which indicates we probably have a more bullish and like thing going on than realized. But the thing is, like, there's another unicursal drop here on the 20th. Man, that cross-suit incongruency for the November low on the 2023 reading, I mean, that's really holding true. Hey, AV. Yeah, I think Monday's bullish overall. That's correct. And it looks like the decline off of the high here, just that like early afternoon session, the decline off of the high there offers opportunity to open up a long position before seeing the high again probably at the end of the day. I'd probably want to get into a short position at the end of the day on the 11th, or excuse me, on the 13th as well. And so, in any case, let's say we don't get the opportunity that we're expecting here on the 13th. My expiration is out on the like the third Friday of the month. So there's more opportunity. There's like opportunity around the 14th, 15th. Look at that, Queen of Discs, Queen of Discs, Queen of Discs. I bet you this is an important price level. Queen of Discs. Look at that. Queen of Discs right there. Like, wow, that's a lot of Queen of Discs. All right, so let's take a look and see how. Hey, Ellen. Do I see algo going up in December? All right, so algo the first week of December, we have a rally along a diagonal trend line breaking through horizontal resistance, meaning second resistance pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. That turns into a notable decline in the second week through multiple supports. Erratic behavior in the third week. We revisit a crest in the midst of that erratic behavior. And then we have a sideways fluctuating rally in the fourth week that precedes a decline. That's the week by week for December algo. Overall, though, December. Overall, it's significantly to the upside, algo, in December. I know you got that. I know who you are. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate your support. Is there a sell-off end of day today? I don't think so. Let me take a look again. Not really, no. Not much of one as far as I can tell. But you know the thing is I was expecting us to have like another trough here and then a big move to the upside to a high, and we didn't even have that trough. So maybe it's from the high to the low. So you could probably get into a long position first thing in the morning and close that long position at the end of the day. It looks like we'll probably hit the high, drop, and then hit the high again. So you might be able to get out here. There's a lot of trade opportunity in the morning. Three places where you could trade here. First thing in the morning, about 9:45, 9:50ish, and then about 10 to 11 o'clock ish. There's a lot going on there, so we probably have some pretty notable back and forth action going on. Hey, what are you doing, Hermes? Are you sitting on my cards? Yeah, you sitting on my cards? Yeah, it's definitely a lot more bullish than I expected today, though. So it might be that we're like already kind of in the Aeon card energy. Take a look at Bitcoin. Hermes. Wow, sorry, my uh finder's like acting wacky. So you can see there's a let's look at it like this. So I would be really mindful, guys. Hermes. I would be really mindful because we're definitely coming up on the top here. It could be tomorrow. It could be the 12th, but there's a pretty significant drop off of the top here. It's definitely a lot going on here around the 10th, 11th, 12th, making it a little difficult directionally speaking, but strong likelihood that we have our first like highest high, or actually I should say our second because our first one was right here in the morning, then we started going down, but then like another highest high here around the 11th, 12th. Will Apple dip next week? Sorry, Hermes, you were on my cards, buddy. You can go back to sleep. Goofball. So this is a unicursal energy right here. I would be very mindful of that. But I do think we see higher price levels around the 13th, 14th. Wow, really flying right now. Okay, so the question, will it dip next week? Um, it looks mostly bullish next week. There's probably like a trough, like a drop on off of a high on the 13th. Maybe another opportunity around the 14th, 15th, but like we're going to be hanging out near highs here. So we probably actually like go lower, probably with like gaps up. We probably go lower into the 17th, from like the 15th into the 17th. Lower. Sorry, gaps down with chart behavior during the day to the upside, but with gaps down overnight. And then we come back to a high probably here on the 22nd, 23rd. Sorry, not 23rd, 22nd. Um, Probably the same high. Now the unicursal hexagram means several things in different situations, but the two most common things are that it marks like a pivot point before a sharp decline, or if we continue to go up after seeing the unicursal, it's marking off a price level that we should decline through in like the next major, like you could say, correction. Um, it might be December. I got the wealth card for December. The wealth card is like the stock market card. Represents the stock market. It's kind of mixed. Some of the altcoins are going to drop below. Some of them are not. I got a mixed kind of response for that. How's SPC looking for the 13th and the 14th? So we should have a high here on the 16th, 17th, and then probably like a little dip here, and then we come back to a high on the 22nd. So if for some reason I'm wrong and we don't have a high here, I would say wait until the high here on the 22nd. Which date can you exit the Bitcoin short? See, really tricky stuff going on in here, guys. This is what I said. This is going to be a very tricky kind of week here. So we've got the worry card decline in this move. So we have this bullish move, and then we have the worry card in it that kind of transfers into today, and then we have another move to the upside to take us to probably a peak on the 11th. As far as a short, I would say you're probably your best opportunity is going to be in the midst of this unicursal hexagram drop that we have off at the high. It could be as early as the 12th, somewhere around the 13th, the 12th, 13th, 14th, and that'll take us into a pretty notable low. So we did have lowest low here for Apple on the 4th, which is what we expected for a lot of the... We expected like a lowest low here on the 3rd, 6th in a lot of the November readings, but we didn't get it. But we did get it here in Apple. We came close again on the 7th. And then we move into highs. I would say wait for the unicursal. Probably exit on the 14th, most likely. You're welcome, Baby Yoda. All right, my friends, I'm going to roll. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following and for your support. Make sure to follow that rule of karma. You do so here on the resources tab. 5% of the profits from every profitable trade should be donated forward to one of the charities here on our resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. That effectively transmutes the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill, making the world a better place. And at the same time, making yourself more wealthy. And then 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel as a thank you and a guarantee of abundance mentality in oneself, allowing for the flow of abundance to continue onward through the channel. Leaves you at 90% of the money. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you follow those rules, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel for being an angel investor.